Might need to move. Oh. So my puff can cover that glare. Here we go. Get that glare out the way. I'm wait until some more people join in because I have my cakes out of the oven. I got them cooled, and I've already got me one layer going. I'm just gonna do a 2-layer. I've already got my bottom layer iced thus far. This is the center of the cake, and well, this is going to be the center of the cake, but it's already iced, and their cakes are pretty cool and manageable. Quick way to cool a cake is to put it in the refrigerator. If you're impatient like me, put it in the refrigerator and or the freezer, and that will bring it down to a good chill real fast. And you don't have to wait 7 hours, 5 hours. I'm exaggerating. It don't take no 7 hours. But you ain't got to wait a whole long time to chill a cake. But you do want it manageable. Now, I did add more powdered sugar and a little bit of milk to my cream cheese frosting because I felt like I wasn't going to have enough to complete it. But I did. So, this is my bottom layer thus far. And y'all, I tasted the mix. It's good. It's a really good cake. So, like I said, an easy 1, 2, 3, 4 cake. Simple. Calls for 4 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 4 eggs, 2 sticks of salted butter, and self-rising flour. I forgot to mention this. Self-rising flour. If you use self-rising flour, you will not have to use baking powder. You will not have to use baking powder. So use self-rising flour. That cuts out a step. Because baking is a science. You just can't willy-nilly it. It's a science. So your measurements got to be precise. Now once you get your measurements down precise and you kind of get it embedded in your brain, you know how to do it. And it comes out perfect every time. It's going to take you about maybe 3 to 4 times. But you have to get it down pat. So yeah, this is my first time. So y'all please be patient with me. I don't bake cakes for a living. I just don't really have a whole lot of time to do that. So I don't bake cakes for a living. But I mean, they wanted me to do a live with desserts, so here I am doing a live with desserts. Come from a family of cooks on both sides. A family of cooks. My puff looking good today. But anyway, I had to digress for a second, but I'm back on track. Family of cooks, y'all. Family of cooks. And if there are any recipes that you would like for me to share, inbox me. And I can get those recipes to you to the best of my ability. But I do encourage going back and watching the lives because I do a lot of things step by step. And sometimes I may forget because I'm bad about writing down my own recipes. A lot of things are trial and error. But I'm trying to let some people that tuned in before that saw me make this cake. Hey, Monty, welcome back. They can now tune back in to see the rest of the progress. Here's my other cake. That's my top layer that I'm going to apply in just a second. And it kind of came out even. I don't have to level anything off right now. So that's perfect for me because I'm not good at leveling cakes. I'm going to have to practice on that. I have a leveler too. I do have one of those tools that levels cakes real good, but I just don't use it because I haven't did enough practice on it to be able to level properly and make sure my cakes are on, same height all the way around. Because if you don't, you'll have a leaning cake or you'll have a cake that'll fall. So you want to make sure that it's leveled properly. Tell Trent I'm back on. I don't know if she saw my post or not, but I posted to tell him I was going to be back on in a few minutes. And I was going to do that before I went back live. But I don't think I gave myself enough time. Um, well, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm trying my best to, keep this going. I'm thanking everybody for the encouraging words and the support and everything like that, because this is what I've been wanting to do. Ever since I was in my 20s, I told my aunt Cherry that I wanted to be able to teach people how to cook. I wanted to be able to, especially the young girls who don't have mother figures in the household, or who's out in college and never learned how to cook. I want to be able to be that person that they can come to and say, hey, Nat, teach me how to make a gravy, or teach me how you do your gumbo or your rice and gravy or something like that. I want to be able to teach people with my videos how to cook, and that's why I try to do things step by step and show people that cooking isn't it's easy, and it's easy for everybody to do. You just have to stay at it and you have to practice. Some people have it natural. They don't have to go to culinary school to learn how to do things that chefs do. I mean, if it's in you, it's in you. Now I wanted to go to culinary school, and I could have, but it was a lot more extra money, and I had already had my master's degree. No, I haven't had my master's degree. I had graduated from Northwestern, and I went to Nichols to look at their culinary program, and it was expensive. And I'm like, I can't afford that and work full time and, take care of my house, my apartment or whatever I had going. So I did not go to culinary school, but I still know how to prepare meals, and I know how to cook because it runs deep in my veins. Hey, Demetrius. Hey, Ashley. Just to catch y'all up, I did a 1, 2, 3, 4 cake from scratch, and I made a strawberry cake. And right now, at the point that it's at, it's looking mighty good, and it tastes good too. So very easy. I have my strawberries that I'm going to put on top. I already had sliced them and got them ready, but I'm going to put these on top. So, yeah, I'm just trying to wait till some people get on and start watching so I could go ahead and finish, putting the top layer of the cake on so I can jump off this live and fix my dinner for tonight because I'm hungry. But yeah, it's a simple cake. I did a cream cheese frosting, and it came out pretty good too. I had to end up adding a little bit more powdered sugar to it because I felt like it wasn't going to be enough icing to cover the cake completely. So I did add more. So this is what it looks like thus far. This is the bottom layer. I already have my icing in the center that's going to be between the two layers. So this is my bottom layer so far. Pretty decent. I have it on my plate, so yeah. Can't let my plate go nowhere. Can't let my plate go. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it, and I'll just wait till everybody else tune in. So it's gonna be important to really know your high and your low side of your cake. That's the most important part. To know your high and your low. Now this one is looking like this side is my high side. And either way it go, whatever side I put it on, it will be okay. But this side is my low side. Hey, Latoria. Thanks for tuning in to part 2 of the live. I did a strawberry cake from scratch using a 1, 2, 3, 4 recipe that I found from Food Network. So this probably be the recipe that I go with, from now on. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Robert Walker. Tell Sarah I got her message. I did get her message. I just haven't been able to click on it. I seen something about the fat folks at Cane Rio. But tell her I did get her message. Oh, y'all want a piece of cake? Y'all are more than welcome to come and get a piece of cake. All right, hey, Miss Trin. My cake is out. This is the top layer. I haven't put it on yet. And this is my bottom layer. I already got my my icing centered in. That's going to be in the middle of the cake, and I kind of iced it around the bottom. And I picked out my high and my low side, because that's important when you're layering cakes too. You have to figure out what is your high and your low side. So this is my high side of my top layer. Hey, baby, let me tell you, I did. I added their little secret ingredient to the cake, baby, because you know Ellen already had told me what to do with my cakes I was baking. She said you need to add a little bit of this in there, and I said I got you, baby. So I've been adding that into my cakes ever since she told me, and I kind of fussed at her. I said, why you ain't tell me that in the beginning? Hey Pam, and she said, well, I can give it to you now because you're ready. I said, oh, okay, that's how we coming. You know, they don't like to tell you all the secrets. Oh, shoot. They don't like to tell all their secrets now. Because sometimes they like to leave some of their stuff to themselves. It took me a while. It took me a while to get, like, when she finally realized, because I had a baby shower, I did some cupcakes for her. And I said, Ellen Davis, I need some cupcake pans. And she said, well, what you got going on? I said, I got 150 cupcakes to make, and I need some cupcake pans. That woman came over to my house with cupcake pans, a mixer, more mixing bowls, cupcake tins, like these little things right here. She came with a boatload of them. I say, now all I asked you for, simple. All I asked her for was a cupcake pan, because I know my auntie had a lot of baking stuff down there still. So I say, I just need a cupcake pan. That woman came with a slew of stuff. And I say, you know what? That's support right there. They have always, whatever you had a desire to do, they have always did what was necessary to support your dreams, your endeavors, whatever it was that you said that you wanted to do, they was there to support. And I ain't even gonna lie. If it's coming to help you get it done, and working side by side with you, that's what them sisters did. But yeah, baby, she just not giving me that secret ingredient. And I was telling her, I said, well, how come you ain't been giving it to me? But when it comes to cakes, oh, I know. Oh, trust me, I know. I know. I have you licking all your fingers and begging for more. I am putting the top layer on. I've dressed the bottom layer already. For those that are just now tuning in, it's a strawberry cake with homemade cream cheese icing. So that's what I've done thus far. So now I'm just icing the top and making sure I have icing all the way around. Being very gentle with it. You don't have to apply much pressure on your cakes because you don't want them to fall apart. So you want to be gentle because cakes are fragile. You don't want to apply a whole lot of pressure, but just gently smooth the icing around. You're supposed to do a crumb coat. Yeah, I remember they did your wedding cake too. Yeah, Pam, she was trying to make sure I was straight. Them sisters know they be looking out for their nieces, y'all. They do. They looked out for us. When you do cakes, you're supposed to do a crumb coat, put it in the refrigerator, let it chill, and then take it out. And after that icing on that crumb coat has chilled, and you take the cake out and you apply the rest of your icing on. So whenever you do a cake, don't forget to do your crumb coat, because the crumb coat basically gets rid of the crumbs while you icing the cake, and then it won't show up once the cake is done. It won't be like crummy, and you won't have specks of cake all in your icing. So that's the importance of the crumb coat. So don't skip that. I did, but don't y'all skip it. So you put a light icing on, put it in the refrigerator, let it chill, and then take it out and apply the rest of your icing. That way you won't have crummies in your icing whenever you finish icing your cake. Hello, Cassandra. Thank you for joining and tuning into my live. I am finishing off my strawberry cake that I did earlier. And I'm just putting on the final icing for the top layer. I did a cream cheese frosting, and it came out pretty good. Also, before you do your crumb cake, please make sure your cake cools completely so you can manage it without breaking it. Because if you don't, it will break. And all of that baking and mixing and stirring will all be for naught because you didn't let your cake cool all the way. And a quick way of getting your cake cooled is you put it in the refrigerator or the freezer. If you're impatient like me, you put it in the freezer and let it come to a complete chill. And then you take it out, crumb coat it, put it back in the refrigerator, let it sit, take it back out, finish icing. Yep, that's how I do it. But like I say, I don't usually do a crumb coat because I'm pretty gentle with the cakes when I'm icing them. So it is what it is at this point. And normally when I do cakes, it go to people. I ain't to the point to where I will never be to the point to where I do wedding cakes and stuff like that. Because guess what? I leave that for the pros. Because that's a lot of skill. And I guarantee it took my auntie years to get to the point to where she was as skilled as she was. And she was a kind of an artist at that too. So she had it to the point to where she can decorate cakes because Cherry Ann could draw. She could paint and all that type of stuff. So, she was a natural at that stuff. Me, it'll take me probably years to get to the level of wedding cake making that she was. All right. But this is the completed product here. I've gotten my cake iced. I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see. But there it is. I got my strawberries on top. My cake is iced all the way around. And that's my strawberry cake 1, 2, 3, 4 mix that I found on Food Network. And now that I have that recipe, I can tweak it. I can add different flavors to it because it's basically a vanilla flavor cake. But if you want to add, like when I get ready to do a jelly cake, I'm going to make it, I won't add my vanilla flavor in. I'm going to add another flavor in there. And when I get ready to do another flavor cake, like lemon, I can add lemon flavor instead of the vanilla flavor. So you can take any basic cake recipe and make it do what it do. Add your different flavors to it. Add your different fillings. You don't have to stick with strawberry. You can do a pineapple cake, upside down cake. And instead of using the milk, you can use the pineapple juice to give it a more in-depth flavor. So that's the finished product. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube as well. I don't know, it's taken a while for me to upload the first one. It's moving really slow, but that's the finished product, y'all. That's the strawberry cake. And I do have another little small corner over there, But that's for another situation. But yeah, it's not perfect, but it's perfect for me. And for my first, well, it's not my first time baking, but it's my first time using that recipe. Thank you, Miss Trend. I'm glad y'all tune into my videos. I really do appreciate the support that y'all have been showing and encouraging me to do these videos, because if it was not for the encouragement of my family and my close friends, y'all know I wouldn't be doing no videos. That's for sure. I wouldn't be doing no videos. But I do appreciate the encouragement and everything. I do appreciate it every time y'all tune in. So that'll conclude tonight's live video of dessert part 2. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a blessed night, and I will continue to pray for each and every one of you as we continue to go through this pandemic. Y'all please stay safe. Please encourage your friends and your family to stay safe and be aware of your surroundings. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. Y'all have a blessed evening. Thank y'all for watching. Have a blessed evening.